In California, the relentless rain has finally broken. But after weeks of catastrophic flooding, rain and mudslides, the state is facing a billion-dollar cleanup that involves federal aid and a presidential visit. Here is the wharf in Capitola. Parts of this boardwalk ended up inside, yes, inside businesses along the water. And this is just part of what the president saw today. Biden joined the governor and part of the state's congressional delegation. Together, they looked ahead to the massive recovery effort.
It's not as obvious from the air just how much damage has been done. We flew over the entire area, in parts of the state, they got more rainfall in a single day than they get in an entire year in parts of the state. Drenching rains, powerful winds, floods, landslides, but you don't feel it till you walk the streets or when you're able to walk. The key is not just building back, it's building back stronger.
Building back stronger. 9 atmospheric rivers slammed into the state over 3 weeks. Each was a massive rain event on their own. Strong winds brought down trees and knocked out power. Mudslides took homes off the sides of mountains. Floods made rivers look like entire lakes, and at least 22 people died. Joining us now is NBC News correspondent Gadi Schwartz in Capitola, California. Gadi, what does recovery look like right now? I think I can see some of it happening behind you.
Yeah. Absolutely. Zinkley, this is what the recovery looks like right now. People are down here on the beach. This is normally a pristine beach here in Capitola, but you can see people are removing those guys, 3 guys moving that log out of here. A lot of people are coming down to collect some of this wood. It is heavy, heavy wood. In fact, Zinkley, the one that they're working on over on the other side of these people right here, it's a massive piece of redwood that was taken out to sea and then brought back in, and it has to weigh tons. And so you've got this sort of cleanup, and then you have the boardwalk right over here. You were just talking about how part of that wharf was destroyed and then pieces went into some of the buildings. This is Zelda's. This is one of the areas where pieces of the wharf actually made their way in when the water was so high it breached this little levee right here, and it made its way inside of that business. That wharf that's missing that piece, it's right over there. You can see that gap missing. So here's what we've heard so far from President Biden. He says that all of the debris cleanup, that's going to be done by FEMA, and that's going to be covered by federal dollars. In just a second here, sorry to have a little bit of a noisy background, but he's got a chainsaw going. You're going to start to hear that chainsaw because that's part of the removal process. So earlier, the president saying that all debris was going to be removed and covered by federal aid. So far, we've heard estimates of $55 million here in the Santa Cruz area, about $1 billion worth of damage all across California. And then the president talking with Governor Gavin Newsom about how much of the federal government assistance was going to go to the rest of the damage, not just in cleanup and infrastructure projects like repairing some of those roads, some of the damage caused by the 500 or so mudslides that we saw, but also as that sound that you just played, that the statements made by the president, building back stronger. It's something that we've heard from residents who went through this for about a month. It wasn't just one storm. It was storm after storm after storm, them cleaning up and then it happening again, cleaning up the mud and then happening again. So there is so much talk right now in California about how to storm harden this entire coast, and that conversation is going to continue for some time.
Yeah, I'm sure it will, especially what you're describing, right? The recurring storms, so much healing and recovery needed. NBC's Gadi Schwartz, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.